This is Harbor Freight's Vulcan Omnipro 220. It's their multi-process welder. I'm mainly going to use it for MIG. I wanted to go this route versus the 215 MIG only because I would like to tinker a little bit with TIG welding. I know it only does steel, but it should be fine for me. At least trying to learn how to TIG weld anyway. I've never TIG welded before. It doesn't come with a TIG torch or the pedal. I'm still going to have to pick that up. But as of right now, I can still do MIG. I still need to get a tank, and I still need to get a new welding helmet, because mine's broke, the one I have right now. But as for right now, let's open it up and take a look at it. Congratulations. Come with your electrode holder for stick welding, your ground clamp, big gun, 220 cable, 110 cable, gas hose, regulator, extra tips for the big gun, the sheet metal gauge, and the roller for your wire, welding wire. So my initial impressions of this MIG gun, the actual handle feels fine. I mean, it's made of plastic, but like this tip and this trigger, especially the trigger, it does feel cheap. We'll see how well it works. I don't know if I'm gonna have to upgrade this gun in the future or what. As for now, I'm just gonna use this thing just as it comes in the box, because this gas hose seems very cheap. This is probably one of the first things I'll probably have to change is the gas hose, but I'm going to use it just like it comes out of the box for now, and we'll see how well it works. Same with the regulator. I have heard that these regulators are not the best, but we'll give this one a shot and I'll go with it. I do have another regulator that's with my tank, but for now I'm going to use this one just so we can see how well it works. This is obviously, so this is your ground clamp. This is one of the first things I took out of the box, and it kind of opened my eyes because I've used welders in the past, but they've obviously been much bigger welders than what this one is, because this is a 4-gauge wire. To me, this looks very small in comparison to what I've used in the past, welders I've used in the past. Same with the MIG gun, really all of it. But this is probably a smaller welder. I want to say most of what I've used before was more of industrial machines. So we'll see, because I'm going to use it just as it come out of the box, just how it is. So I'm going to hook a couple things up. I'll walk you through it while we'll plug it in, and just see what the screen does. This one does have a screen, and we'll go through it a little bit, as much as I can, before I get the rest of it. So it comes with this quick start guide. We're going to follow it for the MIG setup. It says connector ground, clamp to the negative, connect the wire feed power to the positive terminal, which is the little pigtail coming out, connect the MIG to the wire feed, and connect the wire feed to the control inside the welder. So we're going to start working on that. So it says connect the ground clamp to the negative terminal. There's our negative terminal. Ground clamp. It's in there. This is the power for the wire feed. Goes to positive. It just twists in there. All right, so to connect your MIG gun is going to go in here. You need to run this cable in first for the wire control. and you'll stick this in here. It's going to slide in there. So I'm going to do this one-handed. You need to make sure this screw is loosened so it'll slide all the way in, and then just tighten this screw down, snug it up, and that's it. Then take your control wire here, and it's going to plug in right there. That is for a pedal control. That is for your wire feed. So to hook up your power is pretty self-explanatory. Take your appropriate plug. I'm using the 220 plug, and just hook it up right here. It also just cover the stuff in the back here. It's where your gas will go in, and it looks like it has a breaker. I'm assuming that's what that is. I haven't read the instructions like, I probably should. And then you have a cooling fan in the back. Let's plug it in. Alright, so I've got power hooked up. We'll take this little protective screen cover off here and turn it on. Alright guys, I kind of wanted to give a little more in-depth rundown of this machine. As far as the screen goes, the original one I recorded wasn't that great. So when you first crank it up for the first time, it comes up with this screen. You're just going to pick how you're welding. So yeah, MIG steel with C25 your gas, so 7525, and it'll tell you that when you click OK here. It tells you what gas you need to be using, how your connections need to be. Same with your MIG steel C100, so you're just using 100% CO2 with that. Again, it shows you how to connect it. And then flux core, if you're using flux core wire, MIG stainless, same thing, shows you need to be using trimix. So this is just, from what I can tell, just manual. It's 100% manual setting for MIG. Spool gun, depending on what aluminum wire you're using. If you're using a stick welder, it shows you no gas required. Put in what electrode, and again the thickness of your metal and your electrode there. So back out of that. Then TIG, 100% argon, shows you connections. Same thing, doesn't stick there. And then you have settings. Change the units to English, or I would say SAE to metric. Then you have brightness of the display, and you have information about the software you're running, and you can factory reset it. So that's pretty much it as far as that goes. Whenever we go into what we're welding, again, tell it what we're welding. It's going to give you predetermined voltage and wire speed. I think, from what I found welding, I think the wire speed is a little too high, and I think it runs a little cold. I think, but again, I'm not a professional. From there you can go to settings, and you can change your run-in speed, your inductance, spot timer, and you can save all these settings so they come up automatically. This is more I think like what I would consider advanced stuff. I'm not advanced, so I stay out of there. I'm just dealing with my volts and my feed speed, and I go from there. Your knobs down here controls your volts and wire speed / amps, and then this is just how you pick everything. Select OK, and we go back, like see it says confirm, and you click settings. But overall, that's it. Even though it has a screen, I think it's relatively simple. Hope that answers any questions as far as that goes. If you got any, let me know. Alright, so I got my argon tank, 7525. Got it mounted. We'll see if we can't get this regulator on here. Crack open the tank. Call it any dirt. Alright, put that on there. Let's see, we're at almost, what, 21, 22, 2200 PSI, is that what that says? Let's get our hose connected. Let's close that off for now. This hose down. Move my machine over. I got my machine on this cart that I bought from Clutch, or from Northern Tool. It's a Clutch cart. It's a little tight on here, but it works. Get you down where you can see what I got going on here. Alright, that's tight. Alright. Open this up. Alright, so I got the spool loaded in here. I just ran it over, run through here, run through this tube, run it over my roller into here, fold this back down, and close this. Adjusted this tension, it's numbered according to instructions for this solid core wire. It should be between 3 and 5, so I have it set on 4. And I'll get it plugged in, and plus this cold wire feed, and see if we can't get it to feed through. Alright, so we got our gun here. We'll press the cold wired feed. Feeding. And there we go. Cool. So we've got our gas hooked up. The bottle's off. I have the bottle off. I'll turn the bottle back on, and this welder has a 1/2-inch tip, so we need to be running, according to the chart that I just looked at, between 22 and 27 CFM. So we'll shoot for that. So let's open this up. Open our valve here. We'll see if we can't hit 25. Right there. Oh yeah, so that should be good. I'm going to try to weld. Just get 2 pieces of metal together here. So we're going to go maybe welding 1/8 inch, which I guess is 10 gauge. Let's see. Using our handy dandy Vulcan gauge here. 10 gauge is there. Yeah, so confirm. And we'll see if we can get this syncs it up and go bead on something. Alright, so wonder why I'm welding on the ground. It's because my welding table is not here yet. I have one that I gotta go get from my dad's. That'll be another video. But let's see if we can't do something with this. Hey. I don't know if that's too cold or if that's too hot, but we're welding, baby. Alright guys, so figure I'd give you an opinion on the Vulcan. I've had it for a couple weeks now. I've been welding. Figure I'd show you some of these welds. I'm not a welder. Keep that in mind. So I'm sure I'll be told about how bad these are. But let me give you a rundown here. So this is where I've got to now on like this T-joint. This is 1/4 inch material. This one I'm pretty happy with this one up to this point. I have some of these older ones. This one's definitely too cold. Then I had some that were larger that were almost too hot, I think. And this is kind of where I've settled at now. I'm pretty happy with this one. This is outside corner that I've got. I like that. That looks good to me. It doesn't have a whole lot of spatter. Sounds good when I run the machine. Pretty happy with it. I'm not a welder, but this machine is going to do everything I need it to do. I think if you put like I said, I've had it for a few weeks, so I've been still trying to dial in settings on it and everything. I think if you were to put this in like a real welder's hand, they could, within a few passes, they could have it dialed in and ready to go. I haven't had any issues with it. I've welded with it quite a bit. No huge projects or anything. Did work on this welding table a little bit with it, but there's nothing super complex with this. The real test we'll see as we go on. But it does have, you can get up to a 2-year warranty on it. I haven't had any issues with it. Nothing cutting out or stopping or anything. It seems to have plenty of power for everything I want to do. So I'd recommend it for somebody that is either just getting into welding. It's relatively easy to set up, and it's not a bad price. There are cheaper welders, especially on Amazon. On Amazon's got some really cheap welders. I don't know how well they work. All I can compare it to is this one and the high-end machine that I've used at my dad's house. But so that's really it. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, you want to know more about the welder, I will do an update. If this machine is still around a year from now and we get to the point of doing things that I do want to do, I'm hoping in the next couple months I'll be working on some sort of mini truck or something like that. And that should be a real test. I'll really put it to work then. So if I still have this machine a year from now, and if I don't, I'll let you know too. But I'll do an update video, let you know how it's holding up. I don't know if Harbor Freight's gonna come out with a new machine or update this one, but as of right now, I don't have any complaints. Go pick one up if it's something you're interested in. If you got any questions, let me know, leave them down below. And like, comment, subscribe, and keep watching if You like videos like this, I guess. All right. See you later.